Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, the New Order, Last Days of Europe, with me, Omega, and the Empire of Japan. So in the last episode, we've been continuing with the economic development. We're sort of oscillating between 0.5% and 1% in yearly deficit, but it's fine because the economy is increasing really rapidly and the debt to GDP keeps or the debt to GDP ratio keeps dropping like a rock. So we're soon to break through 80%, and that's where I can really start chewing. But again, it would be better if we had a sort of a surplus, but what's not now will be hopefully soon. In the meantime, we are working on boosting our economy through the Shinkansen projects. We're bringing currently the Shinkansen to Kyushu, which will give us a boost to GDP and a boost to GDP growth, even if slight, and we're bringing the Shinkansen to Korea. Same thing, we will get a boost to GDP and a boost to GDP growth, if only slightly. And we're also doing the focus, expanding the Shinkansen, which is exactly the same thing, boost to GDP and boost to GDP growth, which is great. After that, we're gonna go with development of the remote regions. We have had a little bit of an issue with the support in the House of Representatives, where I feel like we could get a little bit more. Well, we'll have to see. I'm not entirely sold on the idea of building. Now, I wanted to do a couple of these as well, but I'd much rather go with the expanding the Uraggio and Dairen port. I feel like, even though this gives, you know, Uraggio and the other one just has god-awful GDP, it's nothing to be happy about, but I have a feeling it might have something hidden behind it, like the Shinkansen did. So if we expand these ports, I expect it's going to give us something else. Plus, it will give us naval bases, naval dockyards, military bases. So it is not something that we can just shrug off. So let us for now just keep going, see what's in the immediate future. I'm not really afraid of any major screw-ups in the upcoming days, so I'm just gonna have to see. Okay, lost a bit of production units, but it's fine. We've recently started upgrading the advanced anti-air. So the trains of the future give one infrastructure in Ishikawa. The machine was a marvel of engineering, trained faster than anything the Germans or Americans could dream of. It was one branch, yet the stops would make enough money to pay for the Shinkansen many times over. As a show of force, the bullet train was able to travel on its maiden voyage from Osaka to Tokyo in a mere 4 hours, filled with distinguished guests from the first city who arrived at the latter to greet Prime Minister Ikeda. Japanese television broadcast the various stations. Japanese television broadcasted at various stations the unbelievable speed of the rail line, with some skeptical citizens calling it a little more than advanced film editing. Following the arrival of the first group of passengers, Prime Minister Ikeda promised the Japanese public that this system would be expanded across the islands to transport people and goods faster and cheaper than ever before. The pocketed cities between the mountains could be reached to and back in less than a day, and soon Korea and Taiwan would have their own rail system. Okay, so Taiwan will be the next, I guess, after we finish these. These rails, cried Ikeda, would bring Japan and her allies into closer economic and political friendship. All roads lead to Tokyo, and a new French constitution ratified. President Jean Bichelon of the French state celebrated a great political victory today, as a new constitution has solidified the president's technocratic vision into law. While many political elites and common laborers are skeptical of the new constitution, the economic success the regime has brought simply couldn't be denied. The French state is now poised to be a nation run by industrialists and engineers rather than politicians. I mean, that is always good, isn't it? Okay, so with that said, we can go and develop the remote regions. The restoration of infrastructure and the expansion of the Shinkansen lines are a great first step, but our plans must not stop here. We will expand our development plans to include the expansion of rural areas across our nation, providing jobs and increased economic activity, which is sure to lift millions out of poverty. All must contribute for the good of the empire, no matter where they live or how isolated they are. So we're gonna pass a new bill, Rural Development Act, in the die. Space Defender Hizak. Following the success of Space Defender Zaku, Tomino Yoshiyuki has announced this new cartoon series, Space Defender Hizak, to the enjoyers of the Zakpia around the sphere. In the new series, reminiscent of the Earth Federation government, Admirals Tianem and Cohen gathered a secret force, the Tianem Fleet, in Luna 2 to revive the corrupt system of unguided absolute democracy and to restore Earthnoid supremacy over the solar system. With 3 new powerful Gundams at their disposal, namely Gundam NT-1, Gundam GPO-1 and Gundam Mark II, the ghosts of the past are once again ready to bring corruption and degeneracy to the solar system. Wait, what? Past are once again ready to bring corruption and degeneracy to the solar system. What? Okay. To add to this threat, another... Oh, so these are the bad guys. Okay, gotcha. To add to this threat, another group of Federation remnants called the Titans, led by Admiral Yamitov, is also preparing an assault from their secret base in Pazun. His trusted henchman, Captain Skiroko, who was once a legislator of the Jupiter Democratic Party and a misguided fanatic of absolute democracy, has devised the sinister plan of nuking Zeon's fleet review using his machine of abhorrence, the O-Gundam. However, our hero Char Anzabo and his mentee Camille Bidan come prepared. With a new mobile suit named Hizak, which is a vastly improved version of the mighty Zaku, Char stands ready to force out corruption from the universe and defend the sphere of colonies united under goals of self-sufficiency and co-prosperity. In an interview with director Tomino, he expressed his thanks to the Home Ministry, which provided an abundant amount of funding that allowed him to make the new series. I can't wait for more Zakipa plans. Okay, debt to GDP is down. GDP is increasing. Inflation is just jumping up and down. So yeah, going. We definitely need to increase our own power over here. 176 days, so we are fine. I'll just boost it once more and then we can start working on the Uraijo port. That's gonna be the first one. We're really doing good at political power now. 2 per day is really decent. But imagine how much more we would have if this was, for example, normal. Poverty keeps decreasing. Agricultural methods will soon jump up. Research facilities. What about the industrial expertise? Improving rapidly. Yeah, we need to get to cutting edge industrial equipment. I want the GDP growth modifier. And same here. If we could get the innovative industry, that would be just so amazing. Naval industry cost lower and GDP growth multiplier. That would be so good. Plus 4%. So we're looking at a possible 5% extra here. Get me that. Get me that now. So can we get 2 more days? I'm really burning really quickly through the public support here, but alas, it has to be. Okay, and with that done, wait, let me revisit the... Okay, I need to be a little bit more careful with this one because I would like to... Yeah, see, things like these. These ones I'm not interested in. These ones I am. I would like to see when they come back. Okay, freedom for. Okay, that's one thing that we need to. So Uraijo or Dairen? Which one has more? I think it's Dairen, right? Yeah, Uraijo has. So Dairen port first. And how's the government? Government is good, back to 167. Cool. So we're doing 3 major infrastructure projects: Shinkansen's to Kyushu, Shinkansen's to Korea, and expanding the Dairen port. This one is actually pretty fast. Fire was nuclear reactor infrastructure Zenon. Zenon. Could be better. Okay, so we finished the ships. Wait, I finished a ship. We're gonna be done on the level 4. Wow, why are you taking so long? Okay, so let me just get you guys together. And all of the... Wait, have we upgraded the ship? I'm not entirely sure. I thought we... Yes, we didn't, because we didn't have what was necessary. Oh, wow. The reactor refit is... Oh, hell. Okay, so if we kept this one... Yeah, that would be... Okay, but these are experimental ships, so I think that we want to change that nuclear reactor. I don't want them to blow up on us, so we're gonna bite the bullet, consider this an experiment, and change them class, refit all. And you're gonna be upgraded as well, don't you worry. I mean, that's gonna keep our ports busy for a bit, so... Yeah, I know, outdated equipment and protection. It is fine. And you guys, what happened? Have you finished the drilling of the Air Force? Yes, you did. Okay. So we need to decide what we're gonna do with you. We have a lot of carriers in these various fleets. So I say we're gonna put... This is our strongest fleet. It's the one that's located in Hawaii. So let me just put one of you here, one of you here, and these 3 to the 4th Kantai, and these 6 carriers will be the new power of the 1st fleet. That way we keep the balance. We have the strongest fleet as the 1st fleet. The 2nd and 3rd are now stronger with 4 carriers each, actually 5 carriers each, and the last fleet got 4 carriers. Crisis in Nanjing. What? A new police report in China has been leaked to the press. Inside is detailed the horrendous actions of decade of megacorporation control of Chinese industries. It is a report which very well may shake China to its core. This is no minor labor dispute. It is in the stories of hundreds who have been physically, verbally, and sexually abused by rich playboys of the Zaibatsu. In it is the amount that has been carefully embezzled from Chinese workers and farmers. It is the ledgers of companies that have engaged in massive horizontal mergers currently illegal under Japanese antitrust law. Japanese involvement in the Chinese economy has reached a breaking point, and every man, woman, and child in the sphere knows it. Okay. What the hell? Why are we reading this from the newspapers? Okay, so we developed the remote regions and finished the anti-air radar guides, and we can now... Well, let's encourage the consumer spending by lowering the taxes of all things, but it's gonna help the poverty. Consumer spending has been sluggish ever since the market crashed. We've pushed forward several measures meant to increase the flow of cash in our economy, such as lowering interest rates for loans and small tax cuts, which will kickstart spending once more by inducing people to take their money out of banks and start taking more loans. The increased activity should help stimulate the economy, and it will surely boost our opinion with the public. Okay. Well, let's now work on the regular artillery. 50s... Actually, no, let's go with this one. Advanced artillery. Lightweight artillery capable of being broken down for transport, making it possible to bring artillery support to areas previously difficult to reach. And let us see the bill that we're trying to pass now. Okay, we have enough support for it. Rural Development Act. Public approval will increase by 2.5%. Poverty rate will begin to rapidly improve. That's great. Nagasaki and Ehime will get extra infrastructure and building slots, and GDP will increase by 2.5% in these two. That's way worse than I expected it to be, but okay, it's still nothing. Let's plan large-scale armor exercises, and with that said, I just realized we have forgot to design Type 22 APC. How the hell did that happen? We now have an advanced APC chassis, so we can work on it. So Type 21, what is using? APC armament, improved radio, protected machine gun turret, and autoloader, and extra armor plating. Okay, so Type 22, let me see what you have. APC designation. Okay, you need... Wait, what did we use here? What kind of weapon? Advanced infantry support gun. Okay. Advanced soft anti-air. Basic artillery ornament. Those are not what we want. The APC infantry weapons. So we have the advanced infantry support gun, and we can actually go with modern infantry support gun. Breakthrough 16, piercing 40. Okay. So we definitely wanted an improved radio. That one is good. We had the protected machine gun, or we can get the RVS autocannon, which is damn much better. Okay. And what did we have? Extra armor plating. Is there anything else? Explosive reactive armor. Gives armor. Doesn't give boost to breakthrough. And auto on the defense breakthrough. Crew heater, dozer blade. Is a maintenance. Smoke emitter. Okay, stabilizer and explosive reactive armor put together give, I think, a little bit more than we got before. So let's see what the stats are going to be. You're using the bogey suspension. Christie suspension. Experimental screw suspension. Oh, this one is good. But let's use the torsion bar instead. Gas engine. Max speed. We really don't care about that, so let's use this one. And put the cast armor on. Okay. So now with this kind of reliability, we can even go with interweaved road wheels. Okay. So how are you looking right now compared to the original Type 21? So defense is higher slightly, breakthrough is higher slightly, armor is higher by a lot, by 50%, piercing is higher by 10, soft attack is more than double, hard attack is tripled, max speed is low, but we don't really care about that. And reliability is way higher, and we haven't really done anything with the armor and engine. So let me just see what I can do here with the armor. Okay, that's way too much. So we had reliability of 84, so if we have anything above that, maybe 6.2. Okay, I think this is good. So the armor in the end is going to be increased by a significant amount. So we have 36 compared to the original 20.7, so that is really good. Production cost is 14. It was 14 as well, so this is almost the same. Fuel usage is 2. Yeah, okay, so this is Type 22. Type 22. Let's save it and put it into production, because this is the new stuff for our people, and it's gonna be one hell of a game to put enough of these into production. Jesus Christ. Okay, we need more factories on this. I'm gonna be really cheap here and start killing the production of some of our aircraft. We need the heavies, that's fine. We need you because we're upgrading you. We're upgrading you as well. We don't need that many of you anymore. And I need 2 more. Okay. Easy. Okay, we're gonna focus on the things that we are upgrading. So 2,700 needed for upgrades. We're producing about 3 per day. We're gonna get to at least 6. Yeah, so that's fine. That's fine. Good. So we have a new APC for our units. I'm really happy with that. The deficit has further increased. Okay, not great. But what can we do? We can just hope and be happy. So Raiju Port, Shinkansens, that is all happening. This is all happening. Wait, I'm thinking we might want to ditch some of the older equipment. Wait, that's the wrong button. So let me just see logistics here. Yeah, we don't need this 6,000, so let's ditch that. But you basic entire, that's fine. We don't need this. I mean, that's literally nothing, but we stole that probably from somewhere. Okay, this one. Damn, okay. That is just a stockpile. Okay, I don't think we need these older ones. That's 6K, Jesus. Well, we don't really have all that many that I would feel okay with ditching. I was expecting this to be much easier than it is, really. But turns out it isn't. Yeah, I'm not ready for ditching that much equipment in one shot, so we have to wait a bit. If we can get a better motorized equipment, then I would be okay with it. But that one comes comes. Okay, that one comes fairly soon. So that's not a bad idea. Okay. I mean, the ones that we took is probably not going to have even a noticeable impact on our expenses. But I'm still fine with it. Yeah, I'm not interested in these at all. Is the Rift Republic still a thing even? They are, but we really can't help them, can we? Nope. 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 We had those we could, and they are now at peace. So at least we've done something. But other than that, now the debt is increasing. American operative captured. J. Walker. Okay. And German missile deployment in Mauritius and Reunion. Anxiety gripped the international public, and the militaries of the world have been put on alert as the news arrived from the Indian Ocean. According to the American and Japanese reports, the German Reich constructed missile launch facilities on the islands of Mauritius and Reunion, thereby placing its nuclear warheads in a hotly contested area. Hailed as a great strategic victory in Germania, the act drew stern condemnation from the Empire of Japan, whose diplomats unequivocally warned about the possibility of a reciprocal action. The outcomes of the German militarism in the Indian Ocean remains uncertain, but it can be safely said that the incident led to an increase in tensions comparable to the beginning of the Hawaiian missile crisis. And you can also be immediately upgraded as a test ship. 11th of December. Oh, it's not taking that long. Inflation dropped to less than 3%, so that means the real GDP growth is now above or slightly below 7. The consumer spending is definitely going to move us across the finishing line. Okay, we're going to have to design a new tank. I mean, we have a ton of... Okay, wait. We no longer get the effects of military austerity. Gotcha. This one is gonna pass. Independence for the United Arab Emirates. As the winds of change blow over the Italian Empire, they bring with them a curious mixture of reaction and revolution. In some places, the retreat of the new Rome has brought about the return of the old order. In others, it has brought forth the new sorts of men with newfangled ideas, for good or ill. Nowhere is the strange contradiction more visible than in the Persian Gulf, where the Italian governorate of the Gulf was granted independence as the United Arab Emirates. As the Middle East finds itself gripped by a new wave of instability, Italy has opted to grant independence to the vital territories in the Persian Gulf, granting autonomy to the local emirates reunited into a federation led by the ruler of Abu Dhabi, Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan. A longtime ally of Italy, Zayed is a known reformist and centralizer, promising to continue developing the economy and industry of the young nation and allowing for some democratic reforms while retaining close ties to Italy and her sphere. Okay, so you are part of, yep, the Italian sphere. Well, good for you. No, really. Yemen is a part of the sphere? Yes. You guys are a part of the sphere, yes. And Afghanistan hates you. Kingdom of Afghanistan, okay. So Germania has really good relations with these areas. That's interesting. Okay, either way, thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to end the episode here, and I'll see you in the next one.